Hi there. This is a little response to a thread that JeffRecordMan's started about soundtracks. I love soundtracks. So a response from Big Star 1000. He did a response, and I'm gonna do one as well. I'm gonna keep it short, hopefully, because I gotta figure out what the hell YouTube did. Can't see any of your videos. These videos, the video I'm responding to, wasn't in my update. Don't know what happened. You know, there's no videos in my update since, I guess, a day and a half. So I need to figure that out. If anyone has the same problem, you know, let me know. But difficult. YouTube is screwing up again, so that's good. I'm gonna start up by turning the music a little down. Sorry. I'm gonna start off showing some CDs because a couple of months ago someone showed a CD and I kind of mentioned that I would do a complete, you know, label thing, and I am. It's a label called Triple Dig Hot Wax. They're a German soundtrack label, at least that's what they started out with. They did some jazz reissues, and I don't know what the hell they're doing right now because I've not seen a release by them in years. Anyway, I have all these on CD. Wish they were all on vinyl, but at the time my little crazy mind said, you know, soundtracks is not what I want on vinyl. I changed my mind though, but right now this is all I have on CD. Beat at Cinecittà. Cinecittà, a Italian film studio, and that means this is Italian soundtrack music, and the beat means it's beat-oriented, you know, 60s freak beats, jazz beat, whatever. Awesome compilation. If you see this on vinyl, pick it up. If you see it on CD, pick it up as well, because it's really good. This is volume 2. They come in amazing booklets, lots of posters being redone, and lots of information, and half-naked women in there. Amazing music, like I say, a lot of freak beat. So if you love 60s music, just beat-oriented music, check it out. This is the third in the series and last, and it's also the least of the series. It's really, really good still, but I prefer the first two. Then we have Beretta 70, which is a crime CD, CD filled with music from crime films. That's what I'm trying to say. Starts off with Dublin, and it just has almost every, you know, composer that is not Ennio Morricone but did matter in Italy is on here. Ennio Morricone never did these crime films, sadly, because I'm really curious what he would have done with music like this. This is upbeat, Dirty Harry type of soundtrack, maybe even Bullet type soundtrack, and the Goblin track is amazing. This is I'm warning you, there's a boob gonna be shown right now. Not my boobs, but on a CD, and Fred is gonna love this. If you manage to get a copy of this, Fred, pick it up. It is the bomb. Shake Sauvage. French soundtracks from 1968 to 1973. Again, amazing booklet with, you know, reprints of the 7 inches the songs were taken from, and the vinyl, and information on these French films they come from. What you get here is a lot of unknown, for me, soundtrack composers from France, but the ones I do know, it's Philippe Sardé, Claude Bolling, Francis Lai, Michel Manger, or Magne, I don't know how you pronounce his name, and Vladimir Costa. They're on here, and it is psychedelic freak funk, whatever you call it. It's amazing. This is 100% Cotton, which is the complete soundtrack, 2 discs, of the 8 Jerry Cotton movies that were made in the 60s. Jerry Cotton, as you can see, looks a lot like the James Bond character. They're basically sort of James Bond rip-offs from Germany, starring an American actor called George Nadar, or Nader. And the music is by Peter Thomas. This is really good, you know, crime, thriller, detective type soundtrack stuff. I don't know. This is a lot of fun. Signor Rossi, Italian cartoon series from the 70s with crazy, funny music that is just feel-good music. I have the complete series on DVD. It's from Germany. It's German spoken or Italian spoken, no subtitles. But I wanted those DVDs because this is part of my childhood. I watched this as a young kid and loved it. It's about this character called Signor Rossi, who is on the quest to find happiness, and he goes back into time, and he never ever finds happiness until the last episode of the cartoon series. More boobs, so Schulmädchen Report, German lounge funk from a guy called Gert Wilden. This is really good. It's cheesy at times, but it's really, really good, and it's filled with boobs. So these are, by the way, tracks taken from German sort of sex education films or sex explanation films, in which they are showing you how German teens in the 70s did it. They're not hardcore movies, but there's a lot of boobs in it. From the same guy is this CD called I Told You Not to Cry, which features a lot of music from action films like that. Has its moments that aren't that good, but most of the time this is really good. It's early 60s stuff. Now, this is the bomb. Again, if you see this on vinyl, pick it up because it's truly amazing. A Dutch jazz musician I had never ever heard of that did soundtrack work for sleazy horror action movies in the 70s. Jerry van Rooyen at 250 miles per hour. That is indeed the speed this record goes at. It's high energy jazz music with lots of funk elements. Awesome soundtrack. Check it out. Now, probably the most classic CD or album released on this label, Cripple Dick Hot Wax, is this one, Vampiros Lesbos. Amazing. Just mind-warping music. This is it's been used by Quentin Tarantino, I believe, in Pulp Fiction, but I could be wrong. The Big Lebowski features some of this music, or at least some of the music from this label. It's crazy movie, crazy music. You need to check it out. And the last soundtrack thing they released is from a German crime film, Fluchtweg St. Pauli. And this is pretty damn good, but the movie isn't. Good stuff. The vinyl, I'm going to quickly go through these. This has been shown by Fred as well. Profondo Rosso. This is one of the many issues that have been released. This one is from 2001. Gatefold. It's not the complete soundtrack. The vinyl releases, as far as I know, aren't complete. There's a CD version, at least gets promoted here, which is over 70 minutes of music. I don't have that, but it's truly one of the greatest soundtracks ever. One of my prized possessions is this one, El Chapo by Alexander Jodorowsky. It's released on Apple. and it's crazy, very spiritual music for a crazy, very spiritual film. Jodorowsky made the music, starred in it, directed it, wrote the script. I don't know what else he did, but he did a lot of stuff. And it's just amazing. His music is out on DVD, even on Blu-ray. And it's a wonderful release. It's got pictures in it. And it kind of shows you how crazy the movie is. Let's look at that. Mixture of Buñuel, movie freaks, and Fellini. Just pick it up if you see it. It's worth it. It's so good. This I just picked up because I just wanted to show it. This has been re-released, I think by Harkin, but I could be wrong. Anyway, it's good by Gemini. This is a really good soundtrack. Mine is an original on DJM Records. Through this soundtrack I discovered The Peddlers, which I really love. And the other songs on here composed by, what's his name? Christopher Gunning, are just really good. Funky, jazzy kind of pearls. This is playing in the background. Engelchen macht weiter, hoppa hoppa reiter. By a German group called Improved Sound Limited. They get mentioned, I guess, in krautrock circles, but they're not krautrock. This is poppy, kind of freak beaty, kind of pop music. Just awesome. The soundtrack is highly collectible. The title song is amazing, and there's a song on it called Leave This Lesbian World, which is out of this world. But the cover, come on, this just looks so amazing. Ennio Morricone needs to be mentioned, and I'm going to show you two soundtracks. First up is The Burglars. This is the American release on Bell, and as you can see, it says promo. And it is a white promo. This is really great Morricone stuff. The stuff he did back in the early 70s. You know, just high octane soundtrack stuff. As good, maybe, I don't know, as this one. This is the Sicilian Clan. French release, Le Clan de Sicilien. It's a French movie as well. And this is on the General Music label. This is a classic. If you don't own this and you love Morricone, pick this up. This is a classic. Next one is a soundtrack that, well, I basically had to have. It's highly collectible because of the label, CAM, CAM. This is a movie called Tentacles. The music is by Stelvio Cipriani, and it's cheesy, but it's really good. It's an all-star cast. It's got John Huston, Shelley Winters, Bo Hopkins, Henry Fonda, and the movie is about a giant octopus. What kind of music do you expect there? Scary music. Well, this is not scary. This is a lot of fun. High energy, fun music. My favorite biker soundtrack, maybe, Angel and Chain. Well, it's one of the cooler covers, cooler sleeves that I have of a biker movie. Because I love this. It's amazing. I did show this already in a biker soundtrack video that I did. So if you want to see more good biker stuff, check that video out. My favorite blaxploitation soundtrack, Superfly. This Curtis Mayfield record might even be the best Curtis Mayfield record ever. And it's just mind-blowingly good. Funk. The movie I didn't quite like in the beginning, so yeah. Got a couple of more. The music has stopped, but I'm going to continue. This is The Last Run by Jerry Goldsmith. This is at times as good as Bullet, but it has moments which just, the music just sags and becomes boring. But the themes, the full-on energy tracks, wow, funk, rock greatness, just amazing. This I needed to show. Miles Davis, together with Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers. There are two soundtracks. Both of these guys do one side each. Miles Davis's soundtrack thing is probably the best known. It's for a I believe 1957 movie called L'Ascenseur pour les Chevaux, which translates to Lift to the Scaffold. And it's a movie by, and I'm going to read this from the back, Louis Malle, and it's his best film, I believe. Great movie, and just an amazing soundtrack. It's backed with Art Blakey's soundtrack for a movie called Deux Femmes Disparaissantes. And excuse my bad French, but I don't know what the hell that means. This is from 1958. Just, I haven't seen that movie, but this is just truly great soundtrack stuff. More jazz musicians doing soundtracks. Herbie Hancock doing Death Wish. Wonderful soundtrack. I mean, I love Herbie Hancock, and this is a great soundtrack. This is a German release, has the German title here. Continuing with the jazz. Man with the Golden Arm, one of my favorite early jazz soundtracks. I don't have that many, but this is just amazing. It's about a jazz drummer played by Frank Sinatra, who is also a heroin addict or dope addict. And the music is, wow, it's just wonderful. Elmer Bernstein did it, and it's a classic. It's a must-have in everyone's collection. Fred has shown this. Bullet. He says it might be the greatest soundtrack ever. I agree. It's high-paced, full octane, great, you know, pedal to the metal kind of funk, rock, jazz, rock, whatever. Awesome. But personally, this might be the best soundtrack ever made. Barbarella. I believe this is a bootleg. There's no information on what label it's from. But this is psychedelic space heaven. Oh my god, this is so good. Created mostly by Bob Crewe and Charles Fox. Some songs by a band called The Glitter House, and a lot of the stuff by the Bob Crewe Generation Orchestra. This is psychedelic as hell. You know, you need this album. Anyone in the vinyl community needs this on vinyl. If you see it, pick it up. It is such an amazing record. And the last one is sort of a nod to Fred. Fred is from France, as you all know, and he might remember this. I don't. I've not seen this as a Dutch, in a Dutch version. And I don't know if this is a French series. It might be that it's originally Japanese and this is just a French soundtrack release. But it's Ulysse 31. That's as far as I can count. Ulysses 31 by a guy called Lionel Leroy, or Lionel Leroy, I don't know. It's from the early 80s, 1981 to be precise, and it's the soundtrack for this TV series. The music is electronic pop kind of thing. It's really good. and it's fun, and it's, you know, just great for a TV series like this back in the early 80s. So that's my little update. Hope you guys liked it, and stay cool. Peace.